Hi friends, today we are going to see the topic how to NFS share to VMware data store, how to mount it and configure these steps. So initially what I did was we'll go there in the setting, add hard disk, SATA, create a new disk. I created 100 GB on that CentOS server, Linux server, and one more disk I added 5 GB. 5 GB. So total 100 GB plus 5 GB I added. Then I here in the once we added, I rebooted the server. Now when I run lsblk, it will show that what is the mount point. Initially it was like SDB and STC. Now after that I did fdisk/dev SDB and I created that one new disk. Option and format it. So once everything is completed, my disk was like showing like STs STB1 and STC1. So I formatted two disk, 100 GB disk 1 and 5 GB disk 1, and I added the mount point mkdir shared and mkdir. This is 100 GB and this is 5 GB disk I mounted, and I added the export file etc exports share and quorum, and once I added the fs tab entry etc fs tab. I added the entry. Once that is completed, then I run export fs-rv. Now it is exporting. Once this process completed, now it is accessible this to storage. Now this NFS storage I am going to access the VMware data store. So I am going to configure on the VMware. Okay. So this is the ESXi1. We have two Windows and CentOS present, and this is ESXi2. Here vCenter is installed, and I can directly I logged in vCenter. This is a vCenter and ESXi1 and ESXi2. So this is our setup. Now I'm going to configure data store. You have to select the data center and choose the data store, or you can choose the right click, storage, new data store. So now it is asking VMFS, NFS, VV volume. I will select NFS, default NFS 3. Okay, I will select the name, shared VM folder, SHARED, shared, like which is we created the shared folder f-h the shared folder I am giving, and IP address of this box (48 128). One 192.168.48.128. So this is a CentOS IP address, and this is a folder. Okay. Select next. Host accessibility. Both server. I'll choose one always. Next. Otherwise I'll choose both. So we have to configure both ESXi server, shared directory. Okay, and again I one more file system I mounted, like -h quorum. This is a 5 GB file system I mounted here, and storage, new data store, NFS 3. It is for heartbeat purpose. A folder /QORAM quorum, and IP address 128. I selected both ESXi server, and when I come here, data store, now it is available. Both HP, heartbeat, and the shared VM, it is now available now. Okay, and now I am going to create a cluster. So either we cannot create a cluster using the vCenter or ESXi server, because there was no option here. There is only option here. We have to select the data center and the new cluster. Cluster name, lab cluster. Okay, some name you can give. Location on lab data center, and I will enable DRS, HA, vSAN. Distributed resources and high availability. Okay, I will enable it. Now it is finished. migrate. Now I'm selecting that migrate. Oh no. I'm going to So I'm going to select this VM CentOS, and I'll choose change the storage only storage I'm going to change. I'll select shared, which one now we just now we created, shared VM. So previously default it was data store, now it is moving to shared VM. See, the Linux is running. I'm just migrating to storage only. This storage from the existing data store to the NFS which we created, the one, it is relocating. And when the server is powered off, we can quickly do it, but on the live server it will take some time. And migrate Windows Server, storage only, shared VM. So the Windows Server is powered off and CentOS is powered on. Both powered on VM and powered off VM, both we can migrate. So it is taking very slow. So once this is done, we'll go there and we'll check it out. What is DRS, why it is working, what is the use of DRS and a HA cluster. We are aware that I am going to do some maintenance work. That time what we do like some maintenance mode. We will put ESXi server on maintenance mode. When we put a maintenance mode, as soon as we put the maintenance mode, all the VM, it will go to the next ESXi server, high availability. Now I have created the lab cluster, and I have added the host. I click the cluster and add the host, IP address of the host 92.168.48.120 9 root password okay. Now it is moving to cluster, that ESXi host 1. Pull out all the host virtual machine in the cluster root resource pool currently present. Okay. Just drag the ESXi server and put it on the lab cluster. And similar way, one more ESXi server I put it in the lab cluster, pull all the VMs and the virtual machines. Okay.